Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Theorywise. Today our topic of discussion is metaphysical poetry. It will be a very short introduction, and after this introduction I'll be teaching you some important and some well-known metaphysical poems by John Donne, Andrew Marvell, etc. So in this video we are going to learn some important or key features of metaphysical poetry, themes of such poetry, and the idea or concept. So if you like my video, please share them among friends and like them, subscribe to my channel. So let's start our topic today. First, we need to know the meaning of the term metaphysical. If we break the term in two parts, it becomes beyond physical. That means metaphysical. It questions the nature of reality in a physical way, like does God exist? The term was coined by the critic Samuel Johnson to describe a group of 17th century poets. Their topics of interest often included love, morality, religion, and their works are marked by physical exploration, colloquial diction, ingenious conceits, irony, and metrically flexible lines. John Donne is the foremost figure, along with George Herbert, Andrew Marvell, Abram Cowley, and Henry Vaughan. Now, let us discuss the key features of this metaphysical poetry. Metaphysical poets used to analyze the subject matter from an intellectual viewpoint. Secondly, they always used a colloquial and everyday language in order to express their thoughts. The third and most important element or feature of metaphysical poetry is use of metaphysical conceits. Later we will discuss in a detailed manner this metaphysical conceits. Now proceed further. Let us proceed further. Wordplay or wit is another feature of metaphysical poetry. Metaphysical poets were inspired by Platonic concepts of love. Their poetry was often marked by dramatic expressions. Their poems were argumentative, and obviously those poems were difficult to understand. Next, metaphysical poems or poetry deals with dichotomies, dualities, antitheses in a dialectic manner, like body and soul, corporal and physical, corporal and spiritual, time and eternity, finite and infinite, real, that is concrete, and the ideal, that is abstract, carnal and divine love, sin and redemption, emotion, that is passion, and reason, that is logic. Donne resolves everything into a unity: the oneness of lovers, the self-sufficiency of lovers, the image of the cycles, perfection. Marvell, another metaphysical poet, does not attempt to resolve the dialectics of the polarities, rather he ends them in a compromise. Metaphysical poets used paradox, pun, strange imagery, irony heavily in their writings. They were deliberately harsh and rigid in expression sometimes. So, these are more or less the key features of metaphysical poetry. So, let us discuss the concept of metaphysical conceit in a detailed manner in our next slide. Now, what is a conceit? Specifically, a metaphysical conceit. A metaphysical conceit is intricate and intellectual device. It sets up an analogy or a comparison between one entity's spiritual qualities and an object in the physical world. Conceits compare two dissimilar objects and use an exaggeration of conventional emotions. A conceit or other conceits control a large section of a poem, or sometimes the entire poem is controlled by a conceit. Sometimes it becomes the central premise or guiding concept of a literary creation. A famous example comes from John Donne's poem A Valediction, forbidding mourning, in which two lovers are compared to opposite points of a compass needle using a long and elaborate metaphor. There are many famous metaphysical poems like The Flea, Good Morrow, The Sun Rising, next The Collar, The Pulley, The Retreat, To His Coy Mistress, The Definition of Love, and many more. So let us conclude our short introduction today. In our next video, we will be discussing Andrew Marvell's To His Coy Mistress. So please like, share and comment on my video and subscribe my channel if you like my videos. Thank you. Thanks a lot.